ask me why, it's 'cause I love it. It's 'cause I love it. We going out of control. We going out of this world. Come on. Hey, when they ask me why, it's 'cause I love it. It's 'cause I love it. Hey yo, we going out of control. Come on. I make it bounce so hard, baby, I just can't help myself.
Exactly.
Welcome to another episode of Talk TV with the Love Listeners. I'm your host, Natasha, and joining me are my co-hosts, Nicole and Kai.
Hi.
Hey, guys. We are professional matchmakers and relationship experts, and we're here to help you along with your journey. We want to share with you on each episode who we are and kind of what brought us to you. So thanks again for joining. Feel free to contact us this evening. You can reach us at 905-848-5483. And also, too, please reach out to us at The Love Listeners. If you do feel that your call is more confidential or just more than one question, then certainly reach out to us. You can reach us at 1-844-471-5683 or through any of our social media outlets. Our website is www.thelovelisteners.com. So, hey guys.
Hey.
So last week we spoke about your representative and who you want that to be. And we also got some calls. We had a call last week with a gentleman by the name of Av, who was curious about his online profile. And it really created some buzz, which we love, because that's a part of the show too, right? To create conversation so that you kind of know, like, hey, I'm not the only one out here. And sure enough, one of our new clients, who is an amazing man. He's a great father and an overall amazing guy. He's one of those guys that wears his heart on his sleeve, and
Definitely.
it's so beautiful to see. So he wanted us to have a look at his online profile. And Kai, just like what you were saying, that you had like women do prefer men in action photos versus men liking ladies who just have like a profile shot.
Yeah, cute picture.
And he did. He had great action photos. He had a fun photo. Like, it was really good. The photos were fantastic. And then he had his bio.
Right.
He outlined amazing things about himself that were all true. And then also outlined some other things that could be perceived as negative. And he wasn't trying to be. But sometimes when we put ourselves out there and we want to protect ourselves, we feel like we have to throw those things in. So
Yeah,
people
you have to mention the things that you don't want.
Exactly.
But that's probably not the best idea when you're creating a profile. Only talk about the things that you do want, the things that you like to do, things that are positive. You don't necessarily want to be bringing up negative situations in your profile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because what can happen with that is a negative-minded person is going to recognize your negative manners and be like, that's my guy, or that's my girl. But it's the opposite. You're putting it out there to avoid that from happening, but what it does to someone who is negative is like, that's my bandwagon, that's my guy.
Without realizing that you're attracting that energy.
Yeah, it's like,
You're putting it out there.
it's
So when
pushing
you
away
say
the
that
opposite.
you don't want someone with drama, let's say.
Right.
Somebody that is drama-filled is going to see your profile and be like,
Relate to it.
yeah, me too. When the reality
I'm so
is that
sick of drama,
they're likely
too.
going to bring you a lot of drama.
yeah, either they got a whole lot of messy going
They're very
on.
familiar with it.
Yeah,
And when they saw it on
exactly.
paper, they were like, oh.
And it also
Right.
shows
Yeah.
you're familiar with it too, so they feel more comfortable with it, and it pushes away the
Exactly.
people that aren't interested in drama. Like, okay, this guy's been through a lot of drama. Okay, I'm gonna look through the next guy. I liked his photos, but maybe not.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's also very important too that there's a lot of people on online dating. So although it's a great avenue to meet somebody, you do want to stand out from the crowd. And if you are looking for somebody that you could knock their socks off or they could knock yours off, you want to make sure that you're highlighting yourself in a positive way so that you have a positive reaction. There's that's going to happen, right? You're going to attract that to yourself. So I think that that's really important for people to know.
You get what you put out.
Yeah. So if you
Exactly.
do feel like your profile needs a little help or a little zhuzhing, feel free to reach out to us. Whatever the reason is that you feel like there's something that is standing in your way from being successful, and you feel like your profile is good, but you're not getting the results you need, reach out to us because we can help you with that too. Like there's such a process to meeting somebody and being the best you. And that's what we're here for. It's like to build you up, build up your confidence, highlight for you if you're lacking what it is that's amazing about you. You know, all the things that you know that you are, you can't automatically expect a stranger to know about you.
Right.
Exactly.
So that's very important to know. And then who your representative is also going to lead to your first impression. And that's what we're going to talk about this evening, your first impression. The person that you bring to the date, wherever the meet place is, has no idea who you are. They've liked your profile pictures or have seen you if you've met, you know, organically on your own. So all they know is just that, right?
Exactly.
So we've talked about in many episodes of, you know, dressing to impress and, you know, have your date outfit. You don't need a whole wardrobe of fancy things. You just need one. If you end up going on a second date, fantastic. But have your date outfit and something that is, you know, it doesn't have to be like you wear skinny jeans and a tight t-shirt if that's not your thing. It has to be your best version of your own style.
Right.
So, you know, if you've had a shirt for 10 years and a pair of pants for that much longer,
Don't wear
get
that.
something new. Yeah, get something new.
that.
I read an article actually that people will judge you in the first 3 seconds that they
Right.
see you visually. So you want to make sure that, yes, your online photos do represent you well so that when you do show up, people aren't shocked to be like, who are you?
Right.
And you want to look current and whatever style you feel you're comfortable in. It's not about like, I feel like, you know, it's like, oh, I can only be fashionable if I'm a size 0, or I
at
can
all.
only be fashionable if I'm under 25, or
Exactly.
right. It's
Not the case.
all the way through, right? Who you are and being current for your style, and then also too, highlighting your attributes once the person gets to the table. They are automatically not going to know how amazing you are. So we even touched on this a little bit last week with people are very quick to just judge right away and not give you the opportunity. You can't automatically just think that, yeah, this person's going to like me because I'm such a great person.
Right.
So you have to bring your best foot forward and
Right.
not assume that they're just going to
Like you.
automatically because you know you're such a great person. Especially too, like we were just talking about this earlier, that so many people are afraid that they're looking for what they don't want, that they're totally missing what
Yes.
they do want because
Yeah.
they're you know, and it's
Some things they don't even know. And that's
no,
the
I
biggest
feel like
issue.
a lot of
Yeah.
times
absolutely.
people don't, right? You've been on a few dates now, they haven't worked, you have no idea why.
Right.
And now you think you're putting your best foot forward, but you're not. And then that person's going to get the wrong impression of you.
Right.
And then you're not going to get to date number 2. And we talk to clients about that all the time, about like, who are you showing? And they're like, well, I'm frustrated and it's not working. And I've been doing this for so long and it's not working. And that's where we come in to support you along that so you can kind of figure out what it is that's standing in your way.
Absolutely.
Well, second chances are so rare these days too, right? Before we would
Absolutely.
have tried and thought, oh, everyone's awkward on a first date. But now you can just swipe again and find somebody new. Like, that guy wasn't for me. I didn't feel the butterflies the first date. Then you move on to the next person. And maybe he was the right person for you. You just don't know that.
I
You didn't
know.
give it a chance. You
Right.
didn't give yourself
Everyone's
a chance.
awkward on the first date.
Yeah.
It is true.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Give
Yeah,
them a
I
chance.
feel like women, generally speaking, feel like, you know, men need to show up.
Yeah.
But they're so nervous too. It's hard to just,
And there's so much more pressure on a guy as well.
Yeah.
And they're not taking that into consideration, right?
yeah. I do think that if you do find the person relatively attractive and you've said you've had a good exchange of back and forth, that it's good to go out with them again
Right.
to continue to see if they are a good fit for you. Because I don't think you can really just determine that in one
No,
date.
I agree.
No, we need more than a date. Unless it's that awful.
Right, and there's
And which
certain
case-
circumstances
yeah,
you know.
agree. Yeah, exactly.
I know
You're
the
like,
moment
no,
I
I'm
see you,
never
it's not
seeing you
happening.
again. I'm never gonna talk to you
Exactly.
again. Yeah.
Exactly.
And then it would be good for that person to know, like, you should call the love listeners.
Exactly.
Find out why.
Yeah, find out why.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Because most people aren't going to be comfortable telling a perfect stranger what's wrong with them.
Right.
And if they do, then that's a problem.
That's scary in itself.
Well, even like you were saying, our client that had no idea that his profile was portraying a whole different person than what we saw. I would have never guessed that was the same person at all. Was
Yeah.
not highlighting any of his strengths, and it's an amazing
Yeah,
guy, like you
yeah.
said. And that if I looked at that profile, it would have turned me off absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but see, another thing too that, Nicole, you brought up that I wasn't even thinking, and this is what we always talk about, like, your friends and family love you and know you as their best friend, relative, coworker, or whatever, not as a dater. So although we know this person is such a great guy, maybe he's not the best dater.
Right.
Maybe he still does have things going on that he, obviously, if you're writing that, maybe you do really have
Right.
some unresolved issues, which we are here for. It makes no sense in any method that you're going to be dating that you're not your best you. You will never find the results that you want, and that's where we come in to support you along the journey. Like, even with our callers, I do hope that our callers do continue to contact us and let us know, like, where they're going on their journey.
Progression.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
If it doesn't
So, like the last guy that was it Av?
Av? Yeah.
Av, call us.
yeah.
I want to know if
I
you
wanna-
started your profile and how it went.
Right.
Yeah.
What's happened since? Exactly.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
it
Yeah.
keeps going. It doesn't stop at the one
Exactly,
question.
exactly.
It evolves. It never stops.
Exactly.
Right.
And we want to see
Never
all
gets
of our
easier.
clients all the way through.
Yeah, we
Right?
really want to meet you where you are and bring you up, because I feel like that's also the best thing, is to, once you feel confident, you could do anything.
Yeah, you're unstoppable.
And
It's like getting a fresh haircut.
yeah, but that's
good analogy.
You
Yeah,
feel unstoppable.
you feel unstoppable.
Yeah.
So I think that is such a key too in first impressions, is to make sure that you feel 100% confident. If you go
Even
there
if you're
and like
faking it.
you have, you're not your best you and you just show up, you're not going to feel confident, and then that person's going to be like, okay. But if you were like showed up and you were feeling really good about yourself, that is so attractive. That in
Absolutely.
itself.
Because men generally go based on attraction. They know right away if they're attracted to you or if they're not. But if you show up and he's not attracted to you right off the bat, but you go in positive, it is possible that he can change his mind about that and become attracted to you.
Absolutely.
But then the same is true where he can be attracted to you and you can be negative and the whole thing can change as well. So there's really no positive ending to entering any circumstance in a negative way.
We'll be right back.